Alex Jones, John Lee and Joe Morris are now inviting you to join
the common clay of the New West. The common clay, the common clay, the common clay of the New West.
I was listening to Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag on the way here.
Great song.
How does it start?
Great song. I said that about Dancing in the Moonlight Top Loader on the first episode, and Gez still was really upset about that.
It is a great song.
What,
Yeah,
we
that is
just
a good
Teenage
song.
Dirtbag?
Yeah. No, yeah, but how does it start?
Her name is Noelle.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't
Noel.
read
No.
I thought
Her
it was
name is Noel. It's not.
I thought it was Laurel, and I was going, oh, is it Yanni?
Oh.
Her name
It's
is
not.
Laurel.
Yeah, I thought that's how it started. Is that how it starts?
I don't know. That makes more sense, but can you have a girl's name Noel?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Oh, I can't root.
Maybe it's, yeah, it might be
I
about...
think that's what it's... I don't know how it starts.
I always thought Noel. I just assumed it's about Noel
Yeah, it
Edmonds.
sounds more right now.
A teenage American girl dressed up as Noel Edmonds. She looks like Noel.
Oh, that's a shit song. That bit where his voice goes really high at the end, it does my head in.
Yeah, I love that bit.
In the video, that is represented by the girl singing.
Yeah,
but in real
yeah.
life, it's just him doing higher pitch.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I drove to Hereford yesterday and really fast and full volume sung Offspring Conspiracy 1, every word,
nice,
every track,
nice.
banging album, and Appetite for Destruction.
I remember,
Every word, every album in Axl Rose style. It was
Oh, nice.
fucking, honestly, it was award worthy.
sometimes when I'm in the car, I sing songs along, but like with the voice of Bob Dylan. You can do it with every song. It's brilliant. I can't think of one song now to do it, but it's
We
funny.
just Teenage Dirtbag. Right.
It's like his name is Noel. I can't do it.
Her name is Noel.
Yeah, brings a gun to school.
He'd simply kick.
It's good.
Alright, guys?
Yeah, not bad. So what are you doing in Hereford?
Oh, can you do your Axl Rose voice first?
No. I've got to be in the car, driving 100 mile an hour down country roads.
Yeah.
I was visiting my brother,
Oh, nice.
little baby,
Nice
and his wife. Yeah, it was nice. Been a nice sunny day, drank some ciders, had a barbecue,
Nice.
and then went out
It went out, did you?
and behaved ourselves.
Oh,
Wink.
he's winking, ladies and
Wink.
gentlemen. No, we'll try to have a couple more ciders with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went into this place, and there was this band playing upstairs, and they sounded a bit shit, but we went in, and we were like, oh, all right, we'll have a look. And they were like, oh, they're raising money for some charity or something. So we were like, oh, okay. We went in, and then we got to the stairs, and it was like, entry £5. We were like, nah, no chance.
Nah.
Just went away, like, just went and sat in a quiet pub. Well, that was when I-
sang Guns N' Roses to my brother.
Yeah.
This is way better time. Listen to this.
And then some guy came over and did some pub magic,
Yeah.
which was, it was actually quite good. Enjoyed it.
It's not what you said off here.
What did I
You
say?
said he was a creepy guy.
Yeah, he was a creep.
But the magic was good, is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I like magic. But I do find it creepy. I find people who do magic a bit creepy.
Is Darren Brown a magician?
No.
No,
So you
more
always
like an
says
illusionist.
how much you definitely not. Magic isn't real. I'm not doing magic. He says that.
I think it's in real. What about the,
Not
the
my words,
wizard
mate.
in the last story?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
different
really?
though.
Yeah,
That
back
was
in the
real.
day.
That was real. The other, right? So the
Yeah.
guy in the pub yesterday wasn't a wizard.
No,
He told me he was a wizard. I went back to his house. Oh, my feet smell.
Yeah, I'm sweating loads here. What have you been up to, John?
Well, not much. I've had a quiet weekend. Went for a couple of pints in Margam yesterday.
Nice.
Couple more in Portugal. And I'm having a barbecue later. so-
Nice.
Yourself, Al?
I've been camping all weekend.
Oh.
I hate camping.
You famously
Actually,
dislike camping.
Before I start, I want to say good company, good beers, and good food, and I had a good time.
Good weather.
Good weather, lovely weather,
Mm.
but the rest of it can fuck off. Just camping and shit. It's really weird. 'Cause in the morning, the first night I didn't sleep a wink. I was actually awake the whole night.
He did text me and Joe at 4 a.m. saying I fucking ate camping or something.
And then everyone was up in the morning having a cup of coffee, and like everyone was miserable. And I was like, no, you don't have to pretend to like it. And they would go around the group, God, did you sleep well? No. Did you sleep well? No. Oh no, I didn't. None of us slept well. We sat outside in a field. And then to be fair, my wife went up early and set it all up for me because she knows I'm a fuss ass and I'll just strop and not help anyway. So she just went up with her parents early and set it all up.
Yeah.
But then you have to end it all by putting it all away into bags,
That's the
smaller
worst.
bags.
Yeah.
And then you get up in the morning and the floor's wet because like the grass just gets wet overnight, so you're tense wet.
Do you?
So my wife's parents are like, "Oh, you got to take that home and then put it up again."
Tried it
And I was like, "I'll
out.
put it up again," like,
Yeah.
and then put it away again.
Yeah,
And
look,
it's
that,
like,
the bag is always way smaller
it's
than
like a nightmare.
when you're putting the stuff away than when you
And
got it out.
the last morning when you leave camping as well, whether you're hungover or not, you're never at your freshest after more than one night sleeping on a
No.
floor.
But one thing that made yesterday so much more enjoyable than the night before is whiskey. Just drink whiskey and you're fine. You don't. It's not
Yeah.
like drinking beer where you need to pee every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just drink whiskey.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mm.
But this is how I made it. I was telling you
You're a
earlier.
life hack.
I made a tit out of myself.
Make life better by drinking
yeah,
whiskey.
yeah, I was really in a buzzing mood. I had 3 like fairly big ones, and it was lovely.
Would you mix it with Coke?
No, just straight.
Just straight.
Yeah, it was
Scotch,
father-in-law's. It was Scotch, but that's how I made a tit out of myself.
Sitting around the campfire drinking scotch
Yeah,
with
I
father-in-law.
know. It was mad, wasn't it?
Twat.
There was like 20 people there. We were all drinking Scotch.
Were you
But
sat
then-
on his lap?
But I know that my father-in-law likes Irish whiskey. He like
Oh, I'm more of a Scotch man.
prefers Irish whiskey, and then
American
I know
bourbon
this.
for me.
Yeah.
Variety.
Well, I was drinking
Sweet.
it, and I was going, "Oh, this is nice. This is nice." And then someone was like, "Then Laura's cousin was like, oh, I don't really drink whiskey. I'm more of a rum guy." And I was like, "Oh no, try Irish whiskey. Irish whiskey's really nice." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's like this." Scotch. But no one corrected me. And like everyone just kind of like went along with like, "Oh, this is a fucking idiot." And then in the morning, I like saw the empty bottle, and I was like, "Oh, Scotch whiskey." And I was
Did you
like,
just launch the bottle? Destroy the
"Yeah,
evidence.
no, well, now I like Scotch, so it was nice.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, it was
Welcome
really
to
nice.
the club.
Yeah, but apart from that, I'm just not really into it. And you just
Or whiskey or camping.
camping.
I really like whiskey. I'm just not into it anymore.
I said to Laura, I was like, if this is going to be part of my life, I need to invest in like a van or something.
Or a divorce.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the thing is, well, you always argue. You don't go camping without arguing, especially setting up and putting away tents. So just like end the weekend with an argument.
Drunk on whiskey, arguing with your wife in front of all the family in a field in West Wales.
No, it was more just like I'll just help and do something. And at one point on Friday night, when I didn't sleep, I woke Laura up at 4 a.m. and I was like, "I'm going home. I'm going home."
Did you?
Yeah, and she was just like, "Fine." And I was like, "I'm not really going home. I want you to know that I want to go home." And then she was just like, "Just go. If you're really miserable, just
Did
go."
you go? Oh, thank God. See you later then, mate. Yeah. ciao.
Because she kept calling my bluff and getting me like, "Fine, go." And I was like, but yeah, that was pretty much it. But overall, had a nice time. So, lovely food. Had a really nice barbecue. Like
Yeah.
you said earlier, parents marinate food and they do it properly. So.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just 99p burgers in bread.
Yeah, no, lovely. Loads of nice stuff. But right, I'm going to change it up and start it off with an email.
What?
Yeah.
Correspondent.
Okay,
I
right.
love a correspondence.
Okay, this is a bit of a different one. We had an email, right, and it was just our spam filter said 1, and we haven't had anything in our spam filter the whole time. So, what normally goes into spam filters?
Spam?
Yeah, but like from who?
Oh, like, I don't know.
People asking for money and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
So we had an email from this person called... Oh, where's it gone? I've lost it.
Make your dick bigger.
No, it was one of the...
they do that.
it was like some African lady asking for me. She wanted to come move in with me.
Oh, okay.
And
that's
give us
nice.
loads of
Yeah,
money. And
that's
they, like,
Oh,
you know,
nice.
Yeah,
Give
it
you
was-
money as well.
yeah.
That's good.
Hang on, I've got it here.
Get her on the podcast.
Yeah.
The first email was... Right,
You did
so-
actually last week invite people around to your barbecue, so maybe she's...
But it's just one of those scam emails, right? It's just obvious. Where it says, "Dearest, I know this email will come as a surprise since we haven't known or come across each other before, considering that I sourced your email contact through the internet in search of a trusted person. I am Miss Susan Warlord Abraham Coolably, 24-year-old female from the Ivory Coast,
Is her
West
middle
Africa."
name Warlord?
Yeah, what?
And then it goes on.
She sounds
it's
awesome.
It's,
That is
badass.
it's really long. And it's basically just going on about how she's got like all this money, but her family won't let her have it, and she needs to come
Why
over
won't
here.
they let her have it?
So she needs my bank details,
Yeah,
well,
right.
our bank details, to send it to.
Give them to her. Loads of
I
money.
replied.
Oh, yes.
I replied saying, "Dear Susan, thank you for your email. I'm Oh, she'd lost her father, so she got this money. She's like, "Thank you. I'm terribly sorry for you to hear of your loss and for your troubles. This sounds like something I could be very interested in. I would love to help you. Could you please explain what the next steps are and what you need from me? However, with all that's happening in the news, I'm slightly concerned of handing out my bank details without proof. Would you mind sending me some proof for the way of a photo of yourself with today's date, or anything you could send me to calm my concerns would be very much appreciated. If this means you This means I can safely share my information with you. I look forward to your reply. Best wishes, Rudiger Starbucks.
Yes.
She emailed back when I was camping. I didn't think I'd get anything. I got something.
Oh, is there a picture?
She says, dearest, I know this... Oh, that's the same one again. Sorry, where's the...
Have we got, like, viruses now? You're not supposed to even open those things, are you?
No. Oh, yeah, no, you're not supposed to send your actual emails. She says, dear... my dear Rudiger Starbucks... I need your help to stand as my trustee for transferring money to your bank account for my investment project. As I told you in my earlier email, I'm staying in a mission Burkina Faso, and I haven't a person telephone but can be reached. You can reach me through the office telephone of the mission coordinator. His name is Father Anthony, and his telephone number is here.
Give him a ring.
Give him a ring.
If you can tell him you want to speak with Miss Susan Warlord Ibrahim Kulabi, I'm staying in Block G14 Female Hostel. The reason I ask you to contact my bank as a trustee is I have contacted my bank on my arrival to clear the money, but the branch manager of the bank, it took us on and on about how she needs all this. They shared money among themselves, and when I'm confronted by my uncle, he told me the tradition and our custom of our land is not entitled me to share assets of my father or a single young woman.
She wants to get married then. You
Yeah,
should
so
marry
she needs your full
Could be
name.
Rudiger Warlord.
Yeah. She needs full name, contact address, telephone number, age, occupation, marital status, all this, and then thanks a lot. In anticipation of your quick reply, I've attached a photo.
Let's have a look.
It hasn't got today's date on it though, so that's the photo.
Very attractive
Okay,
young
right.
lady.
So I was thinking this could become a thing
She don't look
where
like a
we
warlord.
reply every week. And just like see how far we can get it. And I was looking into people that have done this before, and people have gone as far as getting these people to get tattoos and to like it as proof.
No.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
I was thinking maybe we get a common clay tattoo. They're trying to rob us. It's probably not actually this person, is it? It's probably just some bloke trying to
Of course it is, yeah.
scam us.
But,
So
I might
Alright.
get a common clay tattoo.
yeah, I might get a comment.
If you give me your bank details,
Yeah.
I'll get a common clay tattoo.
so what should we say? Well, we got a phone number there as well. So I was thinking maybe we'll ask for like I'm not phoning them, but I'll FaceTime them.
Oh, nice.
Or
yeah,
like
yeah.
FaceTime call them, or it's free, or WhatsApp call or something like that.
Maybe that's why this week I kept getting missed calls from Somalia and
Egypt. is
Egypt.
it,
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it was Susan
Maybe.
Warlord.
Isn't that cool though?
Yeah,
That they
that's
replied.
awesome.
So I'll reply again today. We'll work it out. I won't do it on there because that'll take forever. She keeps sending very long emails. I wish they weren't so long. But
Tell her in your email, say,
keep it short.
keep it short, yeah.
We could
Time's
maybe
precious.
get the.
It's an hour show.
yeah.
We could get the Clay Nation to suggest.
Yeah.
So we'll say, oh, you know, like a make your own ending book.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I like them.
So we go, right, so there's three options. Do you want us to give her all of our real bank details, make her get a tattoo, and then the Clay Nation?
Okay, cool. Well, we'll email back now. Well, I'll email back today
Yeah.
to keep it going. And then,
Sorry.
but what should we ask for? Like, that photo's not good enough.
Quick side note for the listeners. John's just used the term Clay Nation. That's a term we've been using to refer to our listenership.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to call you listeners anymore. You're the Clay Nation.
Yeah, the Clay Nation. Thank you for listening. And everyone we've had loads more recent listeners this week. We've had loads of new people listening. And hello and welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
Croeso.
Hi. Let's just come on Wales on my wrist. Look.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll email back and we'll ask for, I'm thinking, a photo with like a newspaper. We'll start small and then we'll gradually get the like bigger and bigger thing.
Do
We're
something really
cheap and
obscure, like
cheap
Yeah.
what sort of like fruit or whatever is local there. Oh, take
Yeah,
a picture
yeah.
of you with a pineapple on your head or
But
something.
I think we're going to end up speaking the one that I looked at online. I think we're going to end up speaking to Mr. Father Anthony, who's the
Oh, it's going to be
yeah.
him.
I think that's
the twist.
Well, you
that's-
can trust.
Spoiler alert.
Sounds like a man of the clergy.
he
is
does, yeah.
Man of the cloth.
But yeah, it's really about. It's about Rudiger. Like.
So, Starbuck.
This came through on Saturday, so we should email back today at the very latest, I think.
Yeah. Not now though, because like Joe said, it takes time.
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
it?
it'll take forever to do it, so we'll just do it off air and we'll let you know what we say. I'll tweet them. We could tweet the pictures.
Yeah, screenshots.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one follows us on Twitter though.
No, well, loads more Instagram followers than we have
Done.
we have had on Twitter.
How is our Instagram doing?
Oh, we've got loads of followers.
How many?
Like 15.
I uploaded a photo today
did, yeah.
on there, so have a look at that.
It's just Common Clay of the New West on Instagram, so just look us up.
Hashtag Clay Nation.
I feel like that's going to be the most successful social media. So now we won't do Facebook. I'm not into Facebook.
No.
So we'll just do Twitter, website, and Instagram.
Is there any changes on the website? Should we do a bit of time on that?
No, I haven't having a chance. I've been really busy. But we did get contacted by Hannah. I think her name's Hannah. Have you seen the messages on the Instagram
Hannah,
account?
Yeah, Hannah, yeah.
So we've had someone send us a message on Instagram after. Who's also on the track for Starbeck for us. So good luck with
that's
Hannah,
right.
and send us any.
Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah, and thank you for also getting in touch. Sorry, my phone. Let's just read.
Well,
the text.
Do you just replying to text messages now?
What? have you clicked the link there that she sent? What?
Yeah, one of them's a blog that I'd seen the DVD,
Tell us
potential
about them,
DVD,
that's
but
all.
there's a blog. There's a blog that I haven't seen, and it's someone else trying to find it.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. So we're like a picture.
Well, let's
I-
team up.
Yeah, get him on the show.
But it was made in 2007. The blog was. So this has been going on for a while.
Well, we're going to end it.
Yeah, it's
You're
quite a
gonna
long
find
blog,
them.
but I've tried to find the Starbeck bit. But yeah, it's just he used to say does not register,
Yeah.
and yeah, pretty much it really.
I watched Get Out
Oh,
recently.
nice.
It's on
Yeah,
Sky Movies.
Good film.
Really good film. Yeah, enjoyed it. Tense.
Yeah.
Intense. Really good.
Very tense.
Very
A bit
good.
overrated in my opinion, but it's not.
yeah.
People were saying it's like terrifying. It's not. It's
Oh.
more like tense.
Yeah, it's just very intense. Yeah,
Yeah.
The acting's brilliant. There's scenes
Yeah.
where I don't want to spoil it, but it's on Sky Movies now. So if you haven't seen it,
Is it being released on DVD?
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was up for an Oscar last year,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
last February. So yeah,
What Oscar?
best film I think. I
The
think he
winner.
won best screenplay or best original screenplay. What's his name? Can't remember what the
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
I don't even know what the film is or who that person is.
Jordan Peele is a really good sketch show in America.
Yeah, I've seen him in a few different things.
Yeah, him.
I think that was his sort of film debut, though,
It was,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
They also got one about a cat, which is apparently quite good.
A cat.
Yeah,
Oh, was it scary?
it's a comedy,
Oh,
but it's more like the
Garfield.
comedy. It's more like Garfield. Yeah, that's what it's called. Loves
Doesn't like
lasagna.
Mondays.
Loves lasagna.
Yeah.
I love lasagna.
This is like his catchphrase, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you seen the pictures online where it's like the Garfield comic strips, but they take the cat out of it, and it's just the guy, and it's just really depressing, and it's really like it works.
Oh.
It's really funny.
Because generally he's like moping around,
yeah,
isn't he, the guy?
yeah. So it's just like it's really funny.
Is that a sort of possible, these fan theories? So could it be that Garfield is only in his imagination anyway, and he is a depressed, psychotic?
Maybe,
sort of-
maybe.
Yeah.
But
It'd be nice.
Bill Murray.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
These alternate fan theory things, they always are dark, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, all of the Rugrats are actually dead kids and that. So why isn't there one that...
Dead
It's the
Bart.
second week in a row you've mentioned Rugrats
Yeah. This will make you feel old. The Rugrats came out when you were a kid.
when you were a kid.
And then, yeah, but there are things
I'd
that
imagine
are.
it's because they're made up by people sat at home on their own, and these like sort of, like comic book guy, just sad,
Yeah.
miserable people with nothing better to do.
Hey Arthur was another one. I think they thought that they were probably all dead or something.
Which one was Hey
Yeah.
Arthur?
Hey Arthur's the one with
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold. Oh yeah, that was quite dark though. I seem to remember.
Yeah. Helga.
Hell yeah, she had a shrine of him, didn't she?
Yeah. But she was
Football
mean
head.
to him, yeah.
But she loved him really.
Yeah, didn't have a football head though. Had, American football head.
Football head.
Rugby head.
Hey, move it, American football head. That should have been a catchphrase.
Should have been it. All right, let's move on to the feature.
The common clay, the common
It's only short this week, so we've got a lot to get through.
Feature.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Okay, this one is called. We're gonna clap.
I thought we did it, so the thing spiked.
Yeah, we don't have to now because we've got actual Owen to do it for us. This episode, no, it's not this episode. This feature is called Wicked Juan White.
What was the middle word?
Juan, like Juan.
Oh,
Oh,
one.
Welsh though.
It's not Spanish.
Mexican.
Mexican. Anyway, according to legend,
One matter.
Juan
Spanish.
Mata, yeah. According to
They
legend,
speak Spanish in Mexico.
No, I don't think so. Mexican. I've been to Mexico.
What did you speak when you were there? English? Was
English, yeah. They all
there
spoke
you
English to me. The 5-star resort I went to.
according to legend, a mountain range near Pontypool is haunted by a ghost witch lady.
Oh, Ghost Witch.
So I told you I found this story in a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to buy the book, so I just took photos of the pages.
Yes.
When she was alive, her name was Juan White. Joan? I don't.
Say with Juan.
Yeah, it's Juan. It's spelled like
Juan.
Juan.
Juan Warlord from Pontypool.
And she lived near a cottage. She lived in a cottage when she was alive. She lived in a cottage near the mountains in Ebbw Vale. And after she died, she took to just haunting the misty hills above the Rhondda.
Yeah.
And, so back in the day, before we had things like cars and proper roads and that, people in rural areas we used to just walk in for miles and that to get to shop and the works and that.
Yeah.
Go to work. And, especially in Wales, it's mountainous as fuck, so it was quite treacherous, and people would end up tripping along for hours and hours, like trudging along, going on and on and on, not really knowing where they were going, just walking in the direction they kind of knew because they didn't have sat-nav and that, so they had to rely on their knowledge to avoid things like bogs and dangerous people. And this all played straight into Wicked One White's hands, and she would delight in haunting the mountains.
Yeah.
She would hang around searching for lonely travellers, and when she would see one, she would try and lead them astray to their doom off a cliff, or failing that, she'd just get them stuck in a bog or something, just like take them out of their way. Depending on what mood she was in, really.
Quite a sort of spectrum of of things she's willing to do.
Big bag of tricks, like.
Yeah, so from
murder to mild inconvenience.
Yeah, like Tum Tum Catty, kind of like playful fun.
Getting a bit muddy.
Yeah. So she could do that. That's what she did. And then it was easy gig for a ghost because lonely walkers would be walking around by themselves, and they'd also sometimes be grateful to see another person in the cold dark mountain, so they would assume they know the way, so they just like follow them and that. And then, but she was like, to further encourage the poor bastards, Wicked One would take the image of an old lady carrying a can of milk, or a milk can, or something like that. And walkers would see that and be like, "Ah, fair, nice."
Yeah.
This is an old lady. She can't have gone far. She's old and she's got milk, so can't be that far. So maybe short journey to the cows or
Logical thought process.
yeah,
I'd
neighbour's house.
think the same.
Yeah, so they'd be like, "Yeah, okay, we'll follow her." But this is where she got them. She'd let them follow her, but then never let them get close enough. So she'd always like stay a little bit further out of reach, and then they just keep following, and then before they realise they're stuck in a bog.
Some old lady with a jug of milk sprinting away, like, "Oh, come back." Oh, she's quick, isn't she?
Or she could end up on a treacherous path where cliffs were everywhere and the wind was blowing like mad. They say they said in the book. They said this trick worked best when it was raining. It was slippery.
Yeah, and the bogs would be
Extra
more
boggy.
treacherous.
So once she achieved her wicked way, the witch would just stand there and laugh at them until she'd be like, "Fuck, you're done, like."
That's class.
What was she gaining from this? She just
a ghost, yeah.
trickster.
They say she was a witch as well, but
Welsh folktales are full of duplicitous tricksters. We've learned that.
They're never that nasty. I mean, yeah, pushing someone off a cliff or leading them off a cliff is quite bad. But generally, just getting them stuck in a bog or just nicking their horse is alright. Like,
yeah. What's the worst? We'll talk about that after.
put a bowl on someone's head.
Yeah. But then sometimes when she wasn't wandering around the mountains on foot, she'd be trundling around in a phantom coach. Farmers would say they'd see her, like, they'd be out tending to their sheep, and then a spooky little coach would come down, like, really slowly down paths that would be impossible for a normal coach to go down, and then she would cry out, "Wow up." Have you heard that?
No.
It's a South Wales version of SOS, apparently, or was.
Okay.
People go, "Wow up, wow up."
No, it's not.
I've never heard it either. We live by the beach as well, so.
Yeah, I've never been in trouble, so.
Yeah.
And I never help those in trouble, so never come across it.
If I hear someone shouting "wow up," I'll go, "I don't know what you mean. Carry on walking."
It might be a witch, so
Could be.
maybe they stopped using it because of her.
Are these mountains that she walks around the same South Wales mountains where a particular type of mushroom grows? And
Don't know what you're on about.
Magic mushrooms, like drugs.
because these motherfuckers are seeing things that are not real.
Yeah, and then she'd like shout "wow up," then people go out to her car or to coach. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a motorised one. And then she'd just run them over. That was what she used to do. I think a lot of people blamed a lot of things on and yeah, that's it really. That's all she did.
It's like, oh, my wife just fell off the cliff. It was that witch lady.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
It's like,
I was
yeah,
like, oh, my second wife has now fallen off the same cliff again.
So, yeah, my wife got run over by her.
Yeah, she keeps slapping my wife.
Why are your wives walking around in the rain at night in the mountains?
Going to get some milk.
Go and get some milk.
Off
Yeah,
the old
true.
lady.
Yeah. Anyway, the author of the book seemed convinced that she was a ghost, but I think all of this could have been done by a person.
I'm convinced. That sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough evidence there.
And that's it.
I think there's good logic in the magic mushroom theory.
Yeah, I agree.
Or possibly people, like you said, just doing things they shouldn't have been doing up mountains, got caught, and then just blamed it on a milk witch.
What I always found, sort of on a similar note, was very different note. When I went to India, they have all these like murals of like all the Hindu gods and stuff, all on the side of like the temples and stuff. And in the corner, there's always just like someone smoking an opium pipe, and it's like, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it now.
Oh, you saw a man with an elephant head.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell out of the opium den and bumped into a three-headed sort of dragon lady or something.
Oh, is that the destroyer, the maintainer,
Kali.
the creator?
Oh,
Shiva.
it's Kali's like the one I'm thinking of. She's only got one head, but she's got loads of arms, and she's got like a sword and like a stick and loads of. She's badass. Yeah.
They're really good. I really like learning about
Hinduism.
Hinduism.
Amazing religion. Yeah.
What's your favourite god?
Well, the one and only.
Yeah.
No, good question actually.
Neil Warnock.
Neil Warnock, yeah. Probably one of the Hindu ones. They were pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was fun, isn't they?
Yeah.
It's always nice, interesting tales and stuff
Yeah.
behind them.
Or playing God of War, Norse mythology, very interesting.
Yeah.
And Greek.
Odin, Thor, there's a lot of they're quite badass, they're cool, aren't they? Jar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
Praise be.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. It's probably, I'd say apart from Christianity, they're all quite good.
Turning water into wine is a pretty good one.
Well, no, but how,
A glass of wine. What have you got against wine and fish?
Christianity gods a bit like, like all the other if say like Marvel and that, or like DC, they're like, Batman, he can do all this, Wonder Woman can do all this. And
Whoa. You know I can't follow things, but Batman can't do anything, can he?
No, but that's his thing. But then they just go, Superman now. He can do everything, and he's the best, and there's no one can fight him. So that's a bit like what Christianity did, wasn't it? They were like, instead of having all these good ones, I did different things.
Oh, Jesus, that can do everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Jesus.
He's the main one of Christianity.
Is he the God, though?
He's the Son of God.
Holy Trinity. Zeitgeist.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
the Holy Spirit is, I think, always with us in this room right now.
It's the Godcast.
This is Godcast. Welcome to Godcast.
Yeah, we tricked you.
We're taking donations.
Send us your bank account details.
My brother went to, he was a Christian for a little bit, and he went to America with like his Christian group, and he said like the thing that really put him off it was that the priest, like they went to this little town where they were, and the priest lived in the biggest house.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, he was always the one go like in the sermons, like he was always like, oh, you gotta give us all the money, you gotta give us all the money. Then he had like a massive house and all this nice stuff. It's a bit
Helicopter.
Yeah.
I went to Windsor Castle.
Oh, nice.
Popular at the moment with the royal wedding.
Yeah.
But a while back, and I went for a little tour around, and that was quite interesting. But it was like these fucking corridors made of gold, and like honestly, just stuff in there is just ridiculous. It's wealth and just decadence and stuff. And they've got like a little chapel on site, and they're like, "Oh, can you give us a donation?" I was like, "I can sell one of them plates. You got like fucking £100 million worth of gold in there. What are you asking me for?" I got like 50p in my pocket. Yeah, I went on. You're saying about going to America on that little religious tour. I went on a date with an American girl, and she went to Israel because she had Jewish heritage or something. She went to Israel on like a basically, I can't remember what it's called, something like a birthright trip or something they call it in the States. And yeah, and they pay for you to go to the Holy Land or something. And I was like, oh, it's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
difficult subject to cover on a comedy podcast.
No, well, they do it with Mecca and Islam. They do it, don't they?
Right,
So
yeah.
I think it's a pilgrimage. They call it.
Pilgrimage type thing, yeah. But she was like, oh, it's just a group of old Jewish people that pay for young Jewish people to go and kind of experience it and stuff. And I was like,
probably solidifies it then in there, sort of.
Locks it in a bit, yeah.
Me and Joe did, when we were 16, 17, religious studies in school. And, well, there's a lot of stories from that class. I don't know which one to tell.
No,
but just because I brought up Jar earlier, I wrote an essay about God, Christian God, but changed the word God to jar in every time I wrote it, which when you write an essay about God, he pops up quite a bit. And the teacher fucking failed me, man.
She circled it every time.
This is wrong, this is wrong.
And like looking at it, I was like, oh, we're doing our A-levels, John. You've got to take this a bit more seriously.
Me and a friend of the podcast, Manuel, used to do RE together. And like we'd always go on lunch and get high at your house. And then go back to school. I couldn't imagine doing that now. If I went to work or anything stoned now, I'd have a panic attack.
So.
As if I used to think they didn't
Just
know
get away
as well.
with it.
Yeah.
Sat in the back eating biscuits.
Like, really shy and like stinking the place out.
I mean,
Terrible.
Glory days, though.
Yeah.
Glory days.
Okay. Bit of music in here.
oh, really want to tell that story of when
Right.
we were in RE, but I don't know if it's.
Just tell him how we can cut it if it's not.
All right,
good.
so we were in.
Just don't name names.
So we're in RE A level, and my we were goofing around because the teacher wasn't there, and sort of the class had gone on about 15-20 minutes, so everyone's just up and chatting and stuff. And then my girlfriend at the time was giving me a hand job under the table, and then one of the other RE teachers came in and went, "Oh, your RE teacher's not coming in today because her father's just passed away," and everyone was really sad, and I was like, "Yeah, you can stop now." to my girlfriend. I didn't do very well in school.
That's fucking brilliant. You had a trampoline though when we were in school. So
I had 2 trampolines at one point.
Yeah.
It was amazing. What a childhood.
That was good.
Double
I wouldn't
bounce.
change it for the world.
No. I was chatting to some guys in the pub, some guys that I work with, and they were going, oh, they're from up Merthyr and Aberdare and Valleys Way, and they were like, oh, did you play darts as a kid? And I was like, yeah, I liked a bit of darts. He's like, no, darts, and he sort of pretends to throw a dart at my foot, and I was like, I don't think I've ever played that dart. So he's like, what's that? He's like, basically you put your foot there, and then someone throws a dart as close as possible, and if you flinch, you lose. I was like, no, I spent my childhood playing football and sort of swimming in the sea. What sort of fucking upbringing did you have? It was
Mountains,
horrible.
innit?
Yeah.
Couldn't go over the mountains, couldn't walk anywhere because there was ghosts, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
So you
Harry
couldn't
and
leave.
milk chains.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we did do that was fairly similar in school. You know, a compass, as in to draw circles with,
Yeah,
not to
yeah.
find a way over haunted mountains. So lay your hand palm down on the desk, and then, you know, they had a really sharp, pointy, spiky bit, and then hold it a few
Yeah.
inches above your hand, drop it on, and then another few inches, and see who can get the highest. And you'd walk out of class with hundreds of holes just covering your hand, and then the highest ones, of course, would break the skin and draw blood.
I remember.
and-
Yeah, I had one sticking out.
yeah. And then you take it out, give it to someone else. They jab it in there.
Kids, like, oh, so funny. That's when I'm walking around at night and like you see a group of teenagers doing something. Like some people get a bit like, oh, well, I'm just like,
Rascals.
yeah, you're having a laugh.
We took your dogs for a walk around the pond a few months ago, and they had these big like branches that had fallen off trees, and they were just smacking each other with them. Sort of like lashing. Because it had like, you know, the branch and then the sticks and the twigs and sort of just lashing each other and laughing.
We used to do stuff like that though.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones, we talked
Rolling
about quite a lot.
Stones, yeah.
It was a game where we were walking home from school. There was like an alleyway, a really thin little alleyway, and then me, John, and a couple of other friends would walk one way, and then that's where the group from walking home from school would split.
I think there was 6 in total. 4 of us went our way, the other 2 went the other way. So it was 4 on 2.
And 4 on 2, and there was like, because there was a building side.
Let me guess, you two are on the four team.
Yeah.
Always one.
There was a building site, and there was just lots of stones like things, so we just stand down this alleyway and just bowl these rocks at each other, and like just
which are all jagged, so they
they
bounce
bounce
up
anywhere. And it was just
randomly.
like I used to go home with my shit. They're still in bits because of that. I'm sure that's why my shit.
Just launching rocks at each other's shins.
I remember this guy came out and he was like, "Oh, boys, do you mind like not? My wife's like, she can't walk down here very well and stuff because there's all rocks everywhere." And we were like, "Fuck off!"
Throwing stones at each other.
You're the dickhead. Like, you're being unreasonable.
You're being unreasonable. Then we used to in the cornfield. you could rip up the corn and it'd keep like clumps of mud on the bottom. We'd all launch them at each other like,
but
mud war.
The length of the corn would use as a sort of
like a projectile, wasn't it? Yeah,
it builds up momentum, so you could fucking go miles.
And we used to we had ties in school. You used to tie a stone into the end of it, so if you got too close to someone, at least you had like a melee weapon as well. Like you could throw this distance and close quarters.
Yeah, proper little army.
Maybe we weren't too much better than those Valley kids.
Yeah, no. Turns out all kids are the same. Yeah. Idiots.
Okay.
Nice little trip down memory lane,
that was
wasn't
good,
it?
Yeah. Correspondence.
Woo.
Correspondence.
Okay, right. First email this week. Whoa, we got 3.
Can I just say, listeners, email in with what you used to do when you were a kid.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Clay Nation.
Yeah, Clay Nation.
Yeah. Just fun little things that you used to do that seem odd now, but at the time perfectly fine.
Read the email address as well.
Yeah, commonclayofthenewwest@gmail.com.
Instagram.
Common Clay of the New West.
Twitter.
@CommonClayPod.
Get at us, Clay Nation.
Also on SoundCloud. I didn't realise people had messaged our SoundCloud account.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, we just picked up loads of correspondence.
No, one from John's wife. But I just messaged back saying, like, thanks for emailing in.
Cool.
I don't really check this one, so...
Also, you only said you're going to read emails, not messages.
DMs.
Yeah. Well, I'll mention them like Hannah earlier. Like if they give us some information, get a shout out. Okay, our first email is from the same guy as last week. He says hi again.
That's getting a bit much now, mate.
He still hasn't given his name. Remember last week I was like, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I checked back the email before.
Was he the one with, and I'm not going to say his whole email, but it was something magic something.
No.
What did he ask us about last time? The dinner
Last
party?
week was the dinner party one.
Yeah.
And then he said, thank you again for spending time on my email I sent in. This week I'd like to know about after hearing it on the radio, who you think each other's perfect celebrity boyfriend and girlfriend would be. Nothing obvious or unrealistic. Celebrities you could actually like believe yourself being with. So not like just like Brad Pitt.
Claire Bolden.
That's literally... Look at my phone. So you sent us this in advance.
John
Claire
Bolden.
Bolden.
Yeah. Well, she's the one.
What about boyfriend for John?
Sir Michael Caine.
Oh,
So you
nice.
could yell catchphrases at each other from his films.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
I'd come over.
Yeah,
we lived together, and you wouldn't.
Okay, if Clay Bolden was there too, can there be a 3?
Well, she'd be mucking out the horses in the back. Me and
she's
Kane would be in.
She's
watching.
busy as well, isn't
She's
she?
hardworking.
Yeah, she's on everything,
always
yeah.
on the TV. I don't know why.
You're only supposed to leave the bloody toilet seat down. I mean, do all our domestics, like
Every day.
every day. I do it on purpose just to hear him say it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And I thought for Al would be married to Mr. Bean because he hates beans. Have we talked about that on the show? How much you hate beans?
It's just everyone should hate beans, so it's not really an issue.
I was just taking it as golden then.
Mr.
It's a
Bean,
fact.
me and Laura, when we were first looking for a flat, when we first moved in together, we went to view one, which was actually next door to the flat we ended up getting, or like the building next door. And the guy that was showing us around was called Mr. Bean.
Wow, that's amazing.
I was like,
No.
nah. He was a proper like estate agent though, and I was like, I don't like him, and his name is Bean, so
No, not happening.
6 bedrooms, £100 a month.
Yeah.
No, Mr.
Well, so
Bean.
this is my dream home. No, Bean. No.
no, we didn't like him. Didn't give us a good vibe. So
Yeah.
There's an old sales adage that people buy from people. It's all about the person and what you represent. So.
Joe has worked in sales for many years. Who's his wife? Girlfriend?
Oh, just Mr. Bean dressed as a woman.
Yeah.
I didn't really think for any of you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks. I worked really hard on that.
Yeah, it's good. How's it going?
On the way here, driving in the car, texting on my phone.
For you, someone like
Someone sexy, probably.
Yeah. Really sexy, yeah.
I keep thinking of this like TV BBC presenters now. That's what I can think of.
His girlfriend could be Alex Jones off the One
Oh,
Show.
yeah,
Same
that's
name.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of situations there.
Same name.
Yeah.
Although I'd be a bit jealous because I love Alex Jones from the One Show. If you're listening, hi.
There's a real story in this though, because you used to work in a pub down the bay, and the One Show were filming
They
down the
were,
bay.
yeah. They wanted to film on the front doors because it was opposite the Millennium Centre, and you could have a big panning thing. And they wanted Alex Jones and Matt, is it?
Matt Baker.
Oh yeah, true,
We get
yeah.
it, you like farms.
Yeah. They wanted them to come out, and there would be a big panning shot from that door all the way around to
And
the.
stumbling out of the pub, half a pint in each hand.
It was quite a big grand door. The one on
Yeah,
the
it's
front.
an old building, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was just like going through it all with them. Just like, yeah, we can do this. I'll have to send it off to the managers and stuff, but yeah, it's fine. And then he was like, yeah, so guys, take your name. And I was like, yeah, Alex Jones. And he was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, all right, mate.
I was like, it's not even funny. Like, it wouldn't be funny just to say that. Actually, it would be. Quite
I'm sure there's more than just a couple of you. It's not the most unlikely name.
But, yeah.
If it was Susan Warlord.
But so yeah. So that's the closest we've ever been to
Meeting and marrying.
Yeah. So
Have you got there's I think it's on Friends maybe, where they have like a 5 celebrity in a relationship. Each of you have like 3 or 5.
If you ever get to fuck them, then you're not allowed to fall out over it. Then you're allowed.
Either of you got them in your relationship? If you were to bump into a certain celeb,
no.
your missus wouldn't mind if you.
No, I don't want to offend any. Oh, did you see him at the wedding
you look
yesterday?
good,
So
he's
handsome.
sharp, isn't he?
So handsome.
I'd let Bex bang my wife. I don't have a wife. But
Super Kev McNaughton. No, I do sort of. I've long held the opinion that fancying celebrities is a bit sad. And
I've
tragic,
never really seen
it?
into it. Like, you know, people like oh, Megan Fox and that. And that was like the one when we were young teenagers, wasn't it? But
you don't think she's attractive?
well, no, she is. But like people actually fancy celebrities, and they like really fancy them.
Yeah.
I just never.
David Beckham.
Saying that, I'll have some mashup of Leanne Wood and Sherry Moon Zombie.
It's Leanne Wood.
Yeah, I don't know any of those people. Zombie.
Yeah, from
She-
I know that one because it's from
Rob
Devil's.
Zombie's wife, yeah,
Devil's
in
Rejects,
Devil's
yeah.
Rejects.
Oh,
yeah.
the blonde lady.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're all like dirty and ripped jeans and that.
Yeah.
There's a new one.
I fancy
coming
that
out.
Murdering
celebrity.
you, like.
There's a third one coming out.
Leanne
Is
Wood.
there? Have they made it?
Well, they all died, didn't they, at the end of the last one? So.
What did they? They all got
Yeah.
shot up. Were they dead? I didn't see the coroner's report.
You don't see him dead, you see him shot to fuck.
Yeah.
Leanne Wood is the lead to Applied Cymru.
As a nice little callback, we another story from school. I was with Tom, friend of the podcast, Tom Lee, shout out, and Rob. We sort of went at lunchtime home to watch a film, and then we were like late back to class, and the teacher was like, "Why are you guys late again?" And we're like, "Oh, we're watching the Devil's Rejects."
Yeah,
That's what at the end. Yeah, we were watching Devil's Rejects, and the end is like epic, so we didn't want to miss it.
They
So
play
that's-
Freebird in the entirety,
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah.
Where they'll drive towards the cops and get shot.
Yeah,
at.
massive shootout with the police while Freebird plays. And teacher was like, oh, okay, that's understandable, just take your seat then. You're 20
nice.
minutes late, so crack on. Just no questions asked. So I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 1 hour for lunch. No film is. You can't watch a film an hour.
Get home, put it on.
Yeah, walk home. Yeah, 20 minute walk home.
Okay, do you remember earlier in the week I said we had my favourite email of all time
Oh, yeah.
so far?
So I'm not Susan Warlord.
No. It wasn't. That was something that happened really at the end of the week. That wasn't something I've been planning for a while. That's just something I just thought it'd be funny if I emailed back, and then they did. Okay, so Dear Common Clay. This one's from Ben.
Just on the last one, did that guy say anything else apart from who's your favourite boyfriend, girlfriend? Was
No,
that the
just
only thing?
nothing ridiculous. Just
Oh, all right,
no,
cool.
nothing.
Cool.
on the
Thank you, mystery Clay Nation member.
end. Oh, I'm doing it in the wrong order, but don't matter. I'm sorry, my phone's. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Man,
First time listener last week and first time caller.
it was the best episode last
Yeah,
week.
yeah. So
just
welcome, Ben.
leave it
Thank
there.
you for emailing in as well. Also, I hope people realise that we do read out every email. So if you send something in, it will get read out.
Email address.
ColeMcClay of the New West at gmail.com.
Diolch yn fawr.
First time listener last week and first time caller. Funny, not calling. I enjoyed your World Cup talk last week and would like to offer you some World Cup facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is above and beyond. There have been 28 goal scorers in World Cup's history, either called Alex, Joe, or John.
Oh,
I was going to go
What?
with Al, but there are far too many Al's in like Middle Eastern names.
yeah.
So,
and Alan Shearer.
and I've also been liberal on spellings. So
Fair enough. Should we see if we can name a few?
Well, I've got the whole list.
No.
Yeah, well,
legend.
basically, there's been 7 called Alex, 9 called Joe, and 11 by John.
Yes.
So you win.
Golden boot.
I've added them to the bottom of this email if you fancy actually seeing the names. Do you want to do that first? Or just 37 names? Do Just read a few.
Let's try and guess a few, I
Did
suppose.
John Charles score in 58 for Wales?
He did.
Yeah, John Charles.
There's only one Wales, obviously.
Yeah, John Charles.
Joe, all of yours.
Oh, I got one for Joe Cole for
Yeah.
England. That
England.
fucking
Yeah,
that volley
great
from 100
goal.
metres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's lots of Josephs in Czechoslovakia. So I don't
Nice.
want to read out the names, but there's 5 in Czechoslovakia. John Collins, Scotland. John
Yeah.
Brooks, USA. John Aliosi, Australia. Joe Macca, USA. Joe Jordan, Scotland.
Boo. Sorry, he scored that handball against Wales, man. We didn't
Yeah.
get to the World Cup.
He also started on Gattuso when Spurs were playing.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah.
He's a wild card, really.
Yeah. Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
Alessandro Del Piero.
Yeah.
So I don't know if is that Alexander in Italian?
I don't know because there is Peto. He's
Alexander, isn't he?
and he's Italian, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think there's already an Italian spelling.
Good logic.
You can ask Siri now. No. Hey Siri, translate from Italian. Translate to Italian Alexander.
Per tradurre.
Oh, that was
no, you just
none
said
of them.
no. She just said translate. What is Alexander in Italian?
Alessandro.
Oh, there you
Oh, there we go.
Alessandro.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
That must be true.
Yeah, so there you go.
Siri said it.
So there's two Alessandros. There's Alejandro for Argentina
Yeah.
and Alexander Frey for Switzerland. Some more Joes. Joseph Hugi.
Is Czechoslovakia still a country?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
no.
no.
Is it Czech Republic now?
And Slovakia.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right, yeah.
John Walk, Scotland as well. So yeah, there's a few.
Walkie boy.
So yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, I can imagine it probably took about 5 minutes on Wikipedia, but
yeah.
What a legend.
yeah, thank you very much.
No huge names there. Del Piero, John Charles, but I wanted some.
But Alexis Sanchez.
Why aren't there any Diegos or Cristianos in our group?
Yeah.
Pele's.
Rivaldo.
Yeah, John Joe, Alex, and Rivaldo.
John Joe Shelby, if he'd gone and scored this year, that'd have been a good
That would
one.
have been a double.
But he's got John Joe, Jonjo as one name, innit? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
John Dash Joe.
So it's like a traveller
Yeah.
heritage type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, here are the World Cup
that would be a
facts
good one.
and figures that you might not know. There have been only 4 teams when... There's only been 4 times when a team has won all their games at a World Cup.
Only 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So that was Uruguay in 1930.
First ever one.
Yep. Italy in 1938. And then can you guess the most recent one?
I know it's not Spain because they lost the game to Switzerland, didn't
Yeah.
they? So
Was that when they won every game like 1-0 apart from
Yeah.
them when they
And on
lost?
penalties and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was drab, wasn't it?
That South Africa World Cup was a bit dry.
Yeah.
Apart from
Vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzelas Van Bronckhorst, that goal he scored in the semi-final.
Oh.
So
And Forlan had a good World Cup, didn't he? Lots of free kicks. and that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Germany last time.
Nope.
Do they know?
No.
Oh, they drew.
Won
did
all
they?
their games, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
one, yeah. France 98.
Nope.
Oh, 94 Brazil.
No, yeah, Brazil, no, 2002.
Oh,
Not that
I
before.
was in.
Is that when they were just smashing teams like 5-0 every time? I can't
No.
remember. My memory's not that good.
I don't think there's been a World Cup where it's won
Yeah,
5-0
5-0 every game.
2002, was that the opening game when France lost to Senegal?
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
And it was because they were holders when
Yeah,
they won
yeah.
the Euros
They
the
went out,
2 years
didn't they?
before. Yeah.
Well, actually, the last 2 reigning champions were knocked out in the group stages. Italy 2010 and Spain 2014, and
Yeah.
France that one.
Wow.
So Mexico has qualified without winning the trophy more than any other country, 16 times.
It's nice to be a part
I know
of it.
Brazil are the only country that have been in every single one ever.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Brazil has the most red cards in history with 11, and then Argentina and Uruguay were 10 and 9 behind.
But you're going to get that with being in it every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Also passionate, aren't they?
And then to
Passionate
finish it off,
Samba
the
football,
World
yeah.
Cup winning country is rumoured to see a baby boom 9 months after the final.
Yeah.
And they're just shagging.
Yeah.
Football and shagging.
Yeah.
Cardiff will get relegated next season, and Wales will never make it to another international tournament, let alone a semi-final. All the best, an English Liverpool fan.
What?
Fuck's sake.
You got a wink.
Cheeky. Cheeky. I'm going to smash the studio up. You're in.
I was treating that. I was like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey. Oh, Teg's got some input. What's going on, Oaks?
Smashing my studio.
Opinions are like arseholes, everyone's got one.
I haven't.
That guy's bigger than
I haven't
us.
got an asshole.
He's right about the Cardiff thing, though.
What did he say again?
Cardiff will get relegated and Wales will never make it to another tournament, let alone a semi-final. We have bashed England loads, so we can't.
We'll let them have that.
They do it themselves though. This year. Yeah. Okay, that was Ben, and finally, guess
that
who's
was
back?
Ben. Cheers, Ben. Is that what you said his name was?
Ben, yeah.
Cheers, Ben.
Nice one, Ben. Prick.
Danny Too Good.
Danny from Barking.
Danny from Barking is back.
Man from Barking.
Yeah, has he confirmed about the Circle and District line going from Victoria to Barking?
Our ting from Barking.
He's obviously listened last week though, because he says, "Hi boys, you want some Asian folklore? I've got you."
Oh, he's got our back.
Yeah. So
He
the
was
first one is
considered.
called
You can always rely on Danny.
Yeah. The Mananangal. I don't know if that's right, but there's a creature in Filipino folklore that is a beautiful woman who detaches her torso from her lower body at night. Apparently, her top half flies around, landing on rooftops where pregnant women are sleeping. It has a tongue that reaches down into the belly button of the pregnant woman and eats her unborn child.
That's fucking dark.
The only way to kill it is to find its lower half and put salt on it.
Nice.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
The next one is a boot, an Indian ghost. So India being brought up twice.
Shut up.
A boot it's a boot, not a boot. I just talk weird.
Is that a Canadian person saying about?
Yeah,
Don't know what
BHOOT.
you're all laughing about. South Park.
South Park. I was thinking about South Park earlier.
Bigger, longer, and uncut. That's what
Yeah.
they're doing.
I love that film.
A boot is an Indian ghost, which is usually someone who's died horrifically or has serious unfinished business. They will talk to people and ask to go into their homes. The only way to tell if it is a boot is that they have very nasally voices. So that's the first one, and also their feet are on backwards. So check for the nasally voice first.
Yeah.
That's the giveaway. If you notice this early, they'll leave you alone. But if not, they will force you to help them rest peacefully.
Oh, like achieve their objectives.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, maybe we should get a boot.
Yeah, that would be a good thing for me to do over the summer. Helping an Indian ghost achieve peace. Murdering people.
Joe, you coming round ours for the barbecue? Oh, I got things on, boys. Sorry.
The guy with the feet, he's back.
You could run away really fast backwards as well. Like flipping you off and going, fuck you, and then running backwards. Chasing after that milk
I
woman.
wonder which way his knees go. That'd be a big one.
Yeah. Danny, what way do his knees go?
And he says, if this is to your liking, then let me know and I will regularly send you more. Your friend Danny.
Yes, Danny.
So thank you, Daniel.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, send him in.
Yeah, keep doing it, please. Anything.
That first one with the
I know,
lady
it's
and the
good.
pregnant, that's dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I liked our ones where they're like, just goofing around and that. It's like eating...
Smoking weed and launching rocks at each other. That's funny. Like, detaching a body.
Yeah.
Wales is a nice country, though. There.
Wales is lush.
No, good email.
Yeah, that's the emails for the week.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If you want to email us in anything,
commonclavetheNewWest@gmail.com.
Hashtag Clay Nation.
Hashtag, yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
It is. I did it earlier.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So Instagram, Twitter, emails, we're live. Thanks to everyone for
This
listening.
isn't like this is pre-recorded.
This is pre-recorded.
O's.
Hello.
How long has it been?
52 minutes.
Wrap it up, is that?
Just keep going.
Just before you finish, Joe, you've got a text off friend of the podcast, Dr. J.
Oh, is it to read out now?
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, there you go.
What are you doing later?
Yeah. Live correspondence.
Yeah, we're getting it live.
Here and now.
He said he didn't even listen.
No, he didn't. He doesn't. So this is from our friend Dr. John. He says, I hear you podcasting. Tell Al that Infinity War was full of plot holes and God of War is just angry Tomb Raider. Oh, it's going to cause trouble, isn't it? Are you crying now? Is that tear?
I've got
Put your shirt back on.
I've got Tomb Raider and it's not a fucking patch on it, mate. So
Big words.
jog on with that shit.
Trying to spice it up a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any rebuttal?
Yeah, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Well, I can't think of any plot holes in it. Well, there probably are. It's a comic book film, isn't it? Just suspend belief for a minute, John. Fuck's sake. Right,
There we go.
See you
That
later.
man wouldn't fly.
Thor doesn't exist.
Cool. Well, thank you for listening, everyone.
Thanks,
and,
guys.
We'll
Why
catch you
do
soon.
the Clay Nation want to antagonise us? Why can't they? Well, Danny's nice, but everyone else is like, the films you like are shit, the football teams you like are shit.
You're really good about that, aren't you?
Human.
Cardiff are good. Blood and Thunder football, man.
To be fair, we antagonise others.
Yeah,
so
we do.
Yeah, but
openly.
it's alright when we do it to people.
Yeah, but not when they do it.
Don't do it to us.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
we're weak.
Very fragile
Very
egos.
fragile. Cool, thank you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Diolch yn fawr, everyone.
The common clay, the common clay.